Good afternoon, class. Good day, class. Wherever you are. All right. So we have another question here, question 7. Still on the angles in a polygon. Now remember, I told you every time you see a diagram and you see these arrows, it means that those lines are parallel. They are parallel lines. And the next thing that should come to your mind is to figure out your shape, your Z shape, and your F shape, and your U shape, and your C shape. Figure it out. Those are the things you need to get your answers, because those are the characteristics of that shape. Z shape, F shape, U shape, and C shape. Alright, so from this diagram, we can also see another thing in this diagram. We can see what a triangle. And the triangle is what type of triangle? Isosceles triangle. And you know that base angles of isosceles triangles are equal. So meaning that the first thing is for us to get B and C. And how do we do that? You say 58 plus B plus C equals to 180. Why? Sum of angles in a triangle. Sum of angles in a triangle. So our 58. So our B plus C because of 180, 58 will come here to minus 58. The B plus C because of 122 degrees. So since B and C is 122 degrees and they are equal, so you just divide the answer by 2. B equals 122 over 2. And C equals 122 over 2. So our B equals 61 degrees and our C equals 61 degrees. So since our B and C is 61 degrees, then very easy. Then can you trace your Z out? Remember, the only time you trace your Z out and your F, this is the F, put this like this, you're going to give it the F. That's the F. So if you trace this out too, it's going to give you the F, right? But you cannot get, okay, yes. And you can also get your C here. C. Remember, co-interior. Co-interior. Alright, so these are F. These are F. And these are Z, Z, this, and this. That's a Z shape. And these are C shape. These are C shape. It's only the U that we cannot find it. Okay, yes, cannot find it. Alright. So it implies that B is equal to F. Why? Because they are alternate angle. Z shape. Z shape. You can see. So therefore, so since B equals 61, so F2 equals 61 degree. The same way, since C equals 61, so C equals B. Why? Alternate angle. Z shape. So since C equals 61, so E also equals to 61 degree. So you have gotten our F, B, and what about our D and our A? So either you say F, A plus F equals to 180 degrees. Why? Because they are co-interior angles. Co-interior angle. And we have gotten our F. So let's say, so to get our A, so there find A, we find A. We can either say A plus F equals to 180 degrees. Why? They are co-interior angles. So our F is what? 61. So A plus 61 equals to 180 degrees. So our A equals 180 minus 61 degrees. So our A equals what? That's 119 degrees. So that's our A. Then, or another way we can get our A, another way we can get our A is to say that A plus B equals to 180. Why? Angle is straight line. And our B is what? 61. So A plus 61 equals 180. So A equals to 180 minus 61. So our A is equal to 1. That's. Then to get our D, that's the last. So D plus E equals to 180. Why? Co-interior. Interior and that's C. Co-interior and C. So what's our E? Our E is 61. So D plus 61 equals to 180. So our D equals to 180 minus 61. So our D equals to what? 114 degrees. So that's. Thank you.